Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. This is a relatively short one for me today. I saw that you guys wanted me to build something Phas related and I thought, why not build the office as we have businesses and hobbies coming out. I actually technically built this before businesses and hobbies came out, but I knew that it was coming and I didn't think I was going to have the money to buy it, so I didn't wait. But it turns out I did. And yeah, so you know, it is what it is. But I was spending a lot of time playing Phas, and I felt like building the office because, you know, you both spend a lot of time / don't spend a lot of time there. And I was just standing around waiting for Fredo to be done with something, so we could go and start a mission. And I was like, this place would be cool to build. Even if it was just like a museum or something, even if it was like nothing specific to the game. But the room, actually I'll get into that a bit later. I was going to talk about that room that we can't get into in the game currently, but I think I will wait. I did originally start off on short walls for everything, but I think we eventually do go up to medium walls. I originally wanted short walls because I was also building the van, because you can access the van from the office, and I just wanted to be able to do that, but with the way I had to do it, it just didn't work out for short walls, and yeah, it was a whole thing. Alright, I'm tired. Sorry. But yeah, we have the whole I do change the upstairs concrete for brick eventually, but I'm just getting like base colouring down, and then we put that little table. We do shove everything over as well. We're getting that little table in where you have like your daily challenges and rewards and weekly stuff, and just like so many boxes in here, just like, I guess there's just like a lot of boxes just generally of like storage and stuff. I am really excited for the update though, so I think we can access this room, and it's going to be like character customization. I don't know if that's true. I haven't done any research into it whatsoever, but that's what I've heard. I hope that is true. That would be really cool. But yeah, words. Yep. This is going spectacularly. For those of you that don't know, I have fibromyalgia, so sometimes my words just don't exist, and this probably isn't the best day for me to be recording this voiceover, but I kind of wanted to get this video done and feel like I had accomplished something with my day rather than just resting, which is probably what I should be doing, but oh well. We live and probably don't learn. To be fair, I have done rather a lot of resting today. I mean, I have been slowly editing this, but this realistically could have been like a 3-hour, 2 or 3, no, not even that. Yeah, probably more like a 2-hour edit. And it's taken me literally all day because I could not focus. So there's that. So I originally put this roof on, and then I think I delete the roof, like not the roof, the ceiling, and then I think I put it back, and then I can't remember if I kept it or not. I haven't recorded the build tour yet, and it's been a while, so we'll see. And then I originally did like these massive lamps, which would have been cool, but I forgot, like, we have to access the upstairs area, so I did get smaller ones and change them out. And this build also took like a lot of debug. A lot of debug items, and anybody that knows me here knows that I really don't like going through debug. It's just, playing on console is like great and all, but it's really frustrating at times because like I wish, like, I'm not really into mods just generally, and that's not just because I can't have them. It's just, and like, no hate to anybody that uses mods or like creates them, I think that they're amazing, like they're fantastic, but they're just not for me. But yeah, I don't know. The only mods I really wish I could have is like the tool mod and better build by. Better build by would probably help me so much, but no, alas, I cannot. And then yeah, moving this whole thing in was just like being really weird with not moving my stuff, so I just drew the wall and picked the whole thing up. It was going to be so much easier. And I faff around with the lights a lot, and realistically this TV's a bit high. I probably could have done something a little bit different with that, but I didn't. And then yeah, in here I just did like a little toilet and laundry area so that it's functional as a building in The Sims. I think that worked out really well. And then I used like all the public showers, so you technically don't need the door, but I did an archway in the end, I think. And I wanted to make sure it matched the height of the other door, so. And then I originally do two sinks, but I take out, oh, I'm stuttering, great. I take out one of the sinks to put in a washer and dryer. Because I felt like that worked better. Like if you're like covered in your teammates' blood, or you know you're covered in sweat, or other ghostly or other ghost substances, you know, maybe you just need a shower, you know, wash that uniform. It felt good narratively, and yeah, it felt like it worked. Also to wash the towels in the bathroom. I'm rambling. I mean, I know I'm supposed to ramble in these voiceovers, but I feel like I'm rambling a bit more than is necessary. So, I'm sorry. Actually, am I sorry? I don't know. Because surely if you subscribe to me, then you're here for this kind of bizarreness that is me. And then yeah, I'm really glad we have platforms, because I don't know how I would have done this without platforms. I guess raising it up on a foundation and then boosting everything out, but then that would have made the stairs weird and it would have been the whole thing. And also in hindsight, this probably would have been better to build with businesses and hobbies, because then I could have had the proper whiteboard. But we make do with the this is from Get to Work. I think it's a detective board from Get to Work, which probably worked out just as well / better. And then I get creative with the second whiteboard there. I think we get like a display or something from yeah, that, but I think it's from City Living, and we get 2 of those, and we just put a different notice board on it. And then I'm realising that all my columns are in the wrong place, so I need to fix that. And technically they're clipping with my units, but at this point, pick your battles, you know what I mean? And then my corkboard didn't fit, and I was like, oh, damn it. That just looks a bit weird. I don't like that at all, because it's not even, they're not square. They like flare out slightly, so they're slightly smaller at the bottom, and I don't know what that's about. I really don't. Like several of the base game pieces do that, and also that whiteboard is sticking into the wall. I don't think I get it on camera, but I do notice that, and I do fix it. I do remember that. And then I can't remember what these pieces are from. I think it might be Jungle Adventure, but those display cabinets saved me. Yeah, so I'm putting the washer and dryer in now. Just the black one. Oh no, changing the mirror. And then yeah, just the black one. And then they get the little bucket with the stuff on top, because why not? And then we get some soaps and put them on the bench, which I had to use the shelf trick for, because it was floating. Because of course it was. Using my voice apparently, of course it was. And then in here I just really did my best to like get the vibe of the ghost hunting equipment, because obviously we don't have it in game and I can't get CC. But I really like the challenge of having to make things work within the bounds of the game, rather than, like, again, no hate to people that recreate and use CC, but I really like being able to test the bounds of what we have in the game already, to get, even if it's not like an exact one-to-one creation, to get the vibes just like on point, if nothing else. For me, it's all about the vibe, and then it makes it accessible to like way more people, like especially us console people who get left behind a lot of the time, because we can't access CC. And it's like, I don't know if it's changed, I don't think it has though, but if you upload something with CC, we can't even see it on the gallery. And yeah, so it's not even a case of, oh, we can just download it and the CC is not in there like it would be if we didn't have a particular pack. It's just we cannot see it because it's flagged for CC, and that really sucks. So yeah, I really like building like this, and it's my thing. And yeah, I did really struggle with like the ghost hunting equipment though, of like what we could use, and I think I ended up using like phones and pens and display books and stuff like that for just trying to like get the vibe. We don't really have phones, but we have walkie-talkies, I guess, so yeah, so I think I used the phones. I can't remember what's there in the display case now, but I just used like these small things for like, I think that's supposed to be salt, and then we do get camera out, and I think we get something that looks like the dots pens, yeah, and just stuff like that. And then we just got like a load of these oddities and like the voodoo dolls and tarot cards and all that sort of stuff. But there might even be cat laser pointers, I'm really not sure. And then we get some headphones out because that could have been like parabolic, and then I think they're like upgrade parts or something that could have been like more techie stuff, I guess. And then I had to fix the floor originally, and I changed it to concrete, and then I went up there like a couple of days ago, and then I was like, oh shit, this is metal. So I did have it right, and then I changed it because I couldn't see in the dark. Which is really annoying because I did tour this myself and I didn't rely on YouTube. But oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. And then I didn't have the right size table because it's sort of in the middle of the small table and the big table, and I didn't really have that, so we just go for a small table because it fits the vibe more. And then this basketball hoop was giving me no end of problems, but I did come up with a creative fix for it, which I am actually surprised worked. But yeah, it's a lot of me moving the lights around because I kept changing the heights of everything. So we get in a game table which is supposed to symbolise Jenga, and then there's like other games up there, but none of which we have, I don't think. Thinking about it, the horseshoe game from Outdoor Retreat probably would have worked, but I didn't have Outdoor Retreat at this point. And then that box, that box just lives there because I could not pick it up off the floor. It would not let me. Nothing I did would get rid of that box, and I don't know why. So, happy haunted box, I guess. So yeah, I built this sort of like mock chimney because we don't actually have like a fireplace or anything that needs the venting, but it got the basketball hoop actually on the wall where I needed it, so it worked out. And then we just get a little bit creative with this this van. I just try to get, again, the vibe across. So we get like some things on the wall and some TVs and also like a table. Yeah, so we get like that stuff to pretend to be the ghost hunting equipment on the wall. We get some TVs. I do end up sizing them down because that's a bit excessive. A burglar alarm for like the van controls, and then we get a table in here with like a computer and some bits on to sort of simulate what we've got in the game in the van. But yeah, I've hit a bit of a lull, so I'm gonna, if you're still here in the video, thank you so much for dealing with my scatteredness, I guess, and How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. I very nearly used this table, the conspiracy theory table, because it's just got junk on it, but then I was like, nah, didn't like it. So I ended up changing it back. Yeah, I just feel like this more simple vibe just works so much better. Obviously that computer isn't usable because there's no chair at it, but you could always add a chair if you wanted to. Okay. Kari has managed to get onto the door despite the fact that there is a duvet over her climbing pad, and also the door is closed. It's not entirely closed. I'm gonna see if I can get a picture of her. It's not entirely closed. No, she's gonna jump. No, I got her. I will include that in the video because that's adorable. But yeah, it's not entirely closed, but it's pushed too. So I'm actually quite impressed. Yeah, and then I was like, oh shit, there's like this massive window up here, because I was originally complaining that there's no windows in this building. And no, it turns out that there are, they're just like really high up and it's dark. So I'm assuming that this building is sort of terraced, like if there's no windows on the sides, then it's probably like a allotted unit within like a long strip of units, but we're just building the only unit that we have. So yeah, and then I got like this big like lorry, and I was trying to use that in some way. I cut that out because I was faffing around with it so much, but yeah, I just ended up using it for like vibes, and I got wheels and stuff off of the gallery because I'm pretty sure that they are tool modded into place to look like that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that. So thank you, random gallery person I probably didn't save the name of. You saved my ass. And then I put like that door on the side. I think it's technically on both sides, but I don't think I did it on both sides. But yeah. And then we are about to go around and do some detailing on the outside. And then I did realise first though that this building doesn't actually have a door. So I did add one because, you know, we will need one for gameplay. I don't know what's in all these boxes, like what we're storing. Maybe it's like records of like homes that we've investigated and stuff like that. So yeah, I added a door, and then I concreted most of the lot, but that looked a little bit excessive, so I did tone it down a little bit. And then I moved things around a bit, because yeah, it was just been weird. But then I was going to delete my car, and it was like a whole thing. Because nothing is ever simple in The Sims, because why would it be? It's fine. I feel like with most people we have a love-hate relationship with this game. But yeah, I wouldn't be without it, probably. Like, I love it more than it frustrates me. And then I'm just getting some graffiti, and then I tried to get that smaller door down as well, but because there's a wall in the way, it just wouldn't do it. So yeah, I just left it and just left the rollers, and then we get some graffiti around the place because I'm imagining like that would happen. And then I get these two ones on the wall, and then that's it. And I will see you. Oh, maybe not. I obviously adjust them at some point. Okay, so this is the build. If my movement's a bit janky right now, that's because my arm is braced. Ooh. But I will do my best to edit around that. Let's go inside. Actually, let's have a look at the outside first. So, as you saw, we have like a lot of graffiti and stuff on the side, and then we have some more just like around the back here. And then we do have the option for like freelance graffiti and art and stuff on the walls here. So yeah, we have the van and everything. So yeah, let's go inside. So we come in and we have the desk area where you have your daily tasks and everything. And then if we come up here, we have the van with the monitors and the little table with everything on it, and then the utility I don't know, the stuff wall where you get your equipment wall. There we go. So then if we come back down, because we don't need to be that high, we have the board area where you pick your mission, and we have all this stuff in here, all the displays. So we have all the display stuff, and then we have like all the cursed objects and things like that I just tried to get across, because obviously you have like your challenge trophies and stuff like that as well. But I did remember to paint the ceiling for once in my life, so we have all that as well. And then if we pop in here, we have a toilet and a little laundry system, and then some showers in here. So I don't know what this room will end up looking like, but that's what it looks like in here, so that's fine. And then coming upstairs, we have the sort of little games hangout area with the cursed box that just lives on this floor forever. Why have I got a hole in my ceiling? Okay, if I put the walls up, it disappears, but it is there. Well, but yeah, I don't know what that's about. It's just the Sims being Sims, apparently. But that is the build. If you're curious what this is, that is the FNAF pizzeria restaurant from Into the Pit, Jeff's Pizza. I built that a while ago, but it's down there on my channel and in playlists if you're interested. And then also this side we have the Poppy Playtime shorts series that I'm doing if you are interested in that. Each of the smiling critters have a themed tiny home. So this was all we've got time for today, really. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like the video, please let me know. If you'd like me to build anything else from Phas, I've done Tanglewood and Bluesdale, but if you have any specific requests, throw them at me. Phasmophobia related, not Phasmophobia related, anything really. But I will be bringing out a Sims video every single Saturday, and I do sort of more paranormal debunking kind of content every single Wednesday. So if you're interested in that, then that's great as well. I also live stream alternate Wednesdays and some Saturdays. So if you're interested in that, then that also, you're free to come hang out if you want to. If I'm on my own, I'm doing a Sims Let's Play, and if Fredo is joining, then we'll probably be doing Phas or Minecraft. But with that, I will leave you to the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye!